We start with new details on a police shooting in central Phoenix involving Phoenix officers. In just the last 30 minutes, police say the suspect has died. The scene unfolding this afternoon at 22nd Avenue and Indian School. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham has been on that scene since breaking news on 12 News at 6. Jade, are we learning how this happened?
Hey, good evening, Jonathan. Yeah, we actually just heard from Sergeant Brian Bauer with the Phoenix Police Department. He did give some insight as to what took place here earlier this evening. He described it as a frightening situation for those involved and that there were multiple witnesses with this ordeal. But you can see that Phoenix Police still here at the scene investigating this. Sergeant Bauer telling us that detectives and investigators are actively investigating what took place here earlier today. So Bauer tells us that just after 4 p.m., officers were called to a pawn shop here near 23rd Avenue and Indian School Road for an armed robbery. Reports were a man and a woman had taken several handguns from inside that shop and left. Officers, they saw the man and woman. They approached them, telling them to put the guns down, but the man, Bauer says, did not cooperate. Officers, he says, then used a less lethal tool to try and get the man to stop, but that did not work. The man, they say, then started to get into a truck that was nearby with a driver inside, and then at one point at that time, that man, he says, pointed a gun at officers, and that's when officers engaged. The man was taken to a hospital where they say he died. The woman was arrested. Now, I asked Sergeant Bauer about that less lethal tool that was used, and here's what he had to say.
So it's what we call a 40 millimeter less lethal launcher. It launches a foam baton, and it's a single use, single shot tool. Again, it's for the less lethal aspect of it, where we want to confront these dangerous individuals and we want to try to change their behavior, their pattern of behavior, by using these less lethal to either have them cooperate with us, put their hands up, put the guns down. Unfortunately, it was not effective during this incident.
Now, he also mentioned, too, that there were no community members or officers that were hurt in this ordeal. Now, Indian School Road currently is closed between 23rd Avenue and 19th Avenue, and I asked how long it would stay closed for, and there was no timeline for when it could reopen. So just be advised that if you are driving anywhere near this area, you will have to detour as long as Phoenix police officers are investigating this scene. We are expecting an update later tomorrow morning, so you can stay with 12 News on air and online at 12news.com. for the latest. Reporting live, Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
Jade, thank you from that update from Central Phoenix. Thank you.